we learned from those people that were above us. I had the best trainers, the best commanders. I still remember my first lieutenant colonel was Stanley McChrystal. I still remember him talking up there when I was he even remembered me when we picked him up when I was with the agency, when he was a SOCOM commander, and I went and picked him up at the airport to make sure he got back to the agency safely. He's like, "Were you a Ranger?" I'm like, "Sir, shit. I was an E4, untabbed E4 at the time. I'm a private." I'm like, "Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I was."
I just saw him
battalion.
a few weeks ago. I just saw him at a fundraiser in DC.
What is he? What's he? Is he speaking? I mean, is that what he? That's what he
Yeah,
does.
he
now.
was our guest speaker. He was the guest speaker at for this organization called Hope for the Warriors.
Gotcha,
That's
gotcha.
cool.
Well, he was a tremendous. I you know, I'm not on the terms like you are with him. To me, he's still my commander, and recognize that's so cool.
Well, you know what? I have so much respect for him, and really, you know, some of the things, you know, you probably saw, and I did. It's not to be political, but
yeah,
you know, he said he took down the picture of Robert E. Lee. You remember that?
Yeah. I just things like that. I don't know if it was intended. You didn't do shit like that. And Robert, I've did my Civil War studies. Hey, Colonel G, if the North didn't have the assets, didn't have the manufacturing, didn't have the people, they would have lost. I did, because the generals, in my opinion, from watching just from a tactical standpoint, Lee, who was the other one? Corn, what the hell was this? Now I'm thinking of damn Revolutionary War. There's another one. But they were very good at tactics.
Lee and Jackson were, but
Jackson,
there were some other ones that were
and you know, but I just that
Benning,
makes
Benning and Polk were
don't hate on my Benning, dude. Come on. Don't
but he was.
I know, I'm thinking Fort Benning.
No, I mean it is an interesting discussion. I mean, especially having someone like you on, because you may have a different perspective on it. You know, the renaming of military bases, like
look, I'll say, look, I was stationed at Fort Bragg, and look, again, it's all about point of view, but I'm an African American, and I am serving on a base that's honoring someone who did not honor their oath to support and defend the Constitution. Stop.
And I could, but with me, I just never. When I go to Benning, I didn't go to Benning thinking I'm on a Civil War general's base. To me, I'm at Benning.
But truthfully, right? Can't that be because you're a Mexican/white American and you have a different perspective? I mean, it's understandable. I think if you mention FDR, right, to a Japanese American, they're going to have a vitriolic response. No, he's Hitler to them, understandably.
We all are. I don't. My thoughts of Benning after going there, it was infantry base. I'm going to Benning. I never did my research. I didn't do stuff. I didn't. Not a lot. I did, you know. But when I thought about Benning, it was Drill Sergeant Hardney, who was African American, best drill sergeant I ever had. Badass. I didn't think of.
It was just the place.
My place. It was not all that other, which I don't think we needed to bring all that. In my opinion, we bring all that in. I got these brothers I've learned with, black, white, Puerto Rican. Come on, infantry, Puerto Rican, huge, Mexican. We're there together. And when they started to make it about this and the politics and Civil War, I'm like, fucking A, now I'm thinking that's the point of being at Fort Benning. Not that I got to be with Leroy Petrie in basic training, who now went to go to Ranger Battalion. I got to serve with, again, Drill Sergeant Hardney, who looked like Satan, the devil incarnate, 6'7", African-American, loved him to death. And then another drill sergeant looked like he was from the scene of deliverance. Didn't care. I'm not going to disrespect that.
But now we've renamed it Fort Moores, right?
I don't even pay attention now.
Fort Benning is now Fort Moores, named after Hal Moore.
Hal Moore, that's a tremendous.
Okay. And his wife. And you know what his wife's responsible for? His wife is responsible for changing how we notify.
Because it was
U.S. service member has been killed.
The taxes, because it used to be, if you haven't seen We Were Soldiers.
Telegram, that's right.
Telegram. And no, I get you. And the book was actually better than the movie. Books are always better than the movie.
They always.
But I gotta, it's one thing where, again, a Colonel G, if he's gonna, I respect what Colonel G's, because he's been there, done that. I get that.
Yeah.
Politician tells that to me. Sorry, no, I don't respect that. But I do want people to understand where I'm coming from as well. I don't never saw that, and I still don't see Fort Benning as a Civil War general's base. I see Fort Benning as a place that I changed, and I got to be a better person, and I got to be with people of different
And you know what,
ethnicities.
Chris?
And
I respect that. And here's the awesome thing as brothers is we're having a respectable conversation about this.
yeah,
And it's not about who's right or wrong.
no,
Again, you know what? One of the things I wish I had a quarter, but one of the things I used to do in front of my troops in motor pool is sometimes I'd actually try to pull out a quarter silver dollar, and I'd hold it up, and I say, everyone knows what I'm holding, but you all see something different.
yeah.
Every single one of you is telling the truth. Someone sees the heads, someone sees the tail, someone sees a leading edge, someone sees a trail edge. And so what that means to me is no one owns the truth, because sometimes it's about what your vantage point is.
Well, it's perspective. It can be perspective.
Perspective.
Your upbringing,
right.
your
and we got to learn to respect one another and get to a point where we can always move forward, because it's never about any one individual. It's about the group. It's about the team. It's about something that's bigger than anybody.
And you know why I think you and I really feel that way is because we did serve. So we had an African American. Exactly.
Right?
And I never saw fucking color or ethnicity. It was, are you going to be there with me when I go? Then let's fucking go. If you're not, then you're a dirtbag. I don't care what color you are. You're just a dirtbag if you're going to leave me behind. And
hey, I got great memories. Look, I became a man. I became the person that was going to serve for 20 plus years at Fort Bragg.
And you led troops.
As a paratrooper. I led 2 company commands there. I did that. I was there 5 straight years. Came there as a novice jumper and left as a master blaster.
That
Awesome.
okay. Did you ever get off the subject of